Hey guys, so I had a request to shoot an eyebrow tutorial, so figured let me get it done and let me try to go through it as fast as possible. So to start, I'm using a spoolie and I'm brushing my eyebrows up out of the way so I can see exactly what needs to be plucked. And typically this is what I do once a week. I don't get my eyebrows done anymore. So I go through and kind of groom my brows myself, and the tweezers that I'm using are from the Real Technique set. Then I just use a razor to get any hairs that I missed from the tweezers and just kind of go through and shave them off. Then I brush my hairs down with the spoolie, go through with a cuticle scissors and cut anything that is out of the line that I would like. And since my eyebrows weren't out of control this time, I didn't have to do it brushing up this time. So prior to doing my actual pencil, I put down a layer of Urban Decay primer potion, or any primer really, just to keep the oil at bay. Then I go through and I'm using Benefit Precisely My Brow. This is what I always use in my brows. I've dibbled and dabbled in other things, but nothing really gets my brows looking as nice as this one. I use shade, what shade do I use? I use shade number 5. And at the beginning of my brows, since they're kind of sparse there, I do little hair-like motions, and then I just fill in the rest of my brow after I do the outline, and I'll spoolie it through just to make sure everything is looking good. So the brow that is done right now is my better brow. That brow always acts right. This brow that I'm currently doing is the trouble brow. I can never ever get it to look the way that I want it to look, but y'all know what they say, sisters not twins, so it is what it is. So I'm just continuing to fill in and little hair-like motions. The reason why I love this pencil is because it does allow me to get in there and add small detail type strokes, and then it's soft enough to where I can fill in but not have it be too heavy, if that makes sense. So out of everything, and I've tried most brow products, this is what I like. I'm done filling in my brows. I go through with a concealer. The one I'm using today is LA Girl's Pro Conceal, and I just go in and clean up underneath. I don't do above, and I try to either do one shade lighter than my skin tone in order to have a kind of highlighted brow, so when I do go in with my eyeshadow, I don't really have to put a brow bone highlight. And I'm using the old school e.l.f. contour brush, I believe it is. This is like the best brush in my opinion to blend out under eye concealer type work, and I'm just blending that out to where it's still a bit of a highlight underneath, but it's not as, you know, as bold or as overstated or whatever. And you see that brow is the one that doesn't ever want to act right. So I just go back in and fill in what I messed up and just clean up anywhere else. And since I'm not wearing any foundation right now, I can just wipe off things that are out of line. And then I go through with Benefit's 24-hour brow gel. I don't know the name, it'll be in the description box. And I brush the hairs that are closest, the hairs at the inside upwards, and the hairs going, the hairs that are on the outer edge in that direction. So, and I like this because it keeps my brow hairs where I want them to be. I do like my inner corner, or the brows at the brow hairs at the beginning to stand straight up. I like how that looks currently, so that's what I do, and this keeps it